Woo-wee. Now that's what I call loading time. Wow. So one of the things that I'm going to say right off the bat in this first impressions is the fact when you first set this plane up, you're going to have to go through the compiling process, which it did take a while. I clocked it at 12 minutes and 31 seconds so far, and I've got a pretty powerful computer. So be ready for that. Your game did not lock up. Anyway, here we are. Oh man, this is probably one of the most look forward to airliners in MFSS 2020's history that I can think of. This is the Boeing 737-700. This is PMDG. It's Precision Manuals Design Group. And man, just looking at this thing, it brings back memories. One of my favorite aircraft to actually fly over in FSX was the 737 that came from PMDG. It had the hugs and everything that dropped down, and you could like see your glide slope, and it was just so wild. And here we are again. So now, in case you're curious, I have not loaded this aircraft up at all. I know nothing about it other than what I remember from flying it many, many, many years ago in FSX. So if I totally bungle or bop something, it's unintentional. It's just the way it worked out. So let's see what we have to deal with here. First things first, I notice I've got a bunch of lights working and things like that. I'm also carrying quite a bit of fuel. I wonder if I can actually adjust that directly again. Like I said, I'm starting from 0 here. Did it change? No. So they must have some sort of internal function for fuel in here. That's okay, though. One thing we do want to do is hit the sys button, see what we got. We got our brakes, temps, hydraulic, plenty of hydraulic fluid, no pressure. Duh. Let's go take a look at our engine status. We can see that guy. Get out of my way. I'm busy. Oh, you can't move this lever. Interesting. So I have a button on my little controller here to allow me... Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. I don't know what the deal with that is. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Screens look good, and chances are we have the APU running somewhere. We should be able to confirm that. I'm just taking a look real quick. Again, all this had to come from memory. It's been a very, very long time since I've run one of these before. Nope, doesn't look like it. I'm not going to worry about it too much. So let's see what we got. Down here, we have our little handy-dandy display. Returns to setup. Looks like we have aircraft options. We can save state. We have FS actions here. Oh, here we go. Fuel. Oh, okay. Here it is. Just put in a 35% of a tank here. Let's see if that works. Nice. Did it change it? Hey, just like old times. All right, let's see. This looks good. Return. Payload. What are we carrying here? Oh, quite a few people here. That looks good. That looks good. That's fine. Load level. They're 92%. We are heavy. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. Doors, we have the left door open right now. The air stair, of course, is inhibited. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Overwing exits, no. Pushback, oh, nice. You can just, oh, okay. Can I just pick one? Uh-oh. I think I just broke the airplane. Let me reset those, because unfortunately, in doing so, it disconnected me from the ground power there. Whoopsies. I did not intend to do that. But hey, those kind of things are going to happen because it's literally the first time, and I'm just sort of playing with it. I haven't heard that alarm in a while. All right, let's see here. Power, yaw dampers off, battery discharge, APU generators off. Hey, we can just flip on the APU. I like that sound. It just reminds you that I've definitely goofed up. There we go. So we'll give that a few moments to warm up. And we're in single FMC. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to deal with that. All right, GPSR value. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the APU to boot up. Give me a second. Once that thing gets rolling, it won't be that big of a deal. There it goes. EGT's popping up. Now, once it goes on, what I'll do is just slap this on. Can I re-engage ground power, maybe? Nope, ground power is off. All right, come on. Get the APU going so I don't have to listen to that obnoxious siren. Oh, yeah, listen to that. That is the sound of success there. Nope, don't quite have it ready. The light has to come on first. Come on. While I'm down there. By the way, never push this button again. Ground services. I guess I could just plug my thing in, couldn't I? External pit power. What else do I have to choose? A GPU card. That's fine. I guess I could request it. Hey, I heard a happy sound. There we go. All right. Woo! Woohoo! All right, let's go. Let's get back to it. All right, so don't play with that. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave... Don't touch that. I wonder what this does. Oh, you could actually, like, fill oxygen bottles. This is so cool. We have some automatic... Oh, that's so cool. All right, I'll have to play with that later. PMDG setup here. Again, I'm just playing with it. Equipment. Oh, I get to pick my MFD. So you have two different flavors, if I remember right. You have the red one and the white one. Oh, I don't know which one I like better. I'm going to go with that one. Let's see, wings level heading selector. I'm like fan of that before. Yes, I am allowed to do that. If we should be fail up. Notice we lose this little thing right here. If we do that, that's okay though. Fail up if we have the auto land. Double D rate. No, I don't need that. Run, let's do displays. We get to pick what we want here. MPFD, NFD. That's fine. Look how many pages you have. Holy smokes. Wish I could go back to equipment here and see. There's 15 pages. Oh, no. Company cost index. Hello. That is not my company cost index. My company costing. Oh. My cost index is usually 999 or just 400, depending what version it is. Oh, you're stealing all my fun, PMDG. Don't take my fun here. Alternate ILS requirement. That's fine. I'm going to press next here. V1, V1. Bank angle, minimums. Let's see, minimums is fine. Minimums. Oh, that's right, 2 minimums. 2,500 feet, radar altimeter. I'm fine with that. Actually, let's get to this one. Cool, radio altimeter. Cool. Let's go to the next page. Yep. 200. We already get minimum, so that's not really relevant. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. All right, that's fine. Show water in cyan. I'm fine. I don't have to change that. ETOPS is allowed. We have the extra battery. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. I'm not going to worry about these numbers. I'm not going to worry about those numbers. Auxiliary fuel system. I'm not going to put one of those in here. Standby instruments. Oh, I get to pick. Analog. Oh. And I broke the auto land. Oh well, no big deal. Yaw damper gauge. So this is a little needle. It's really not that. Hugs is enabled. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm being a kid here. Let's see, yaw damper gauge. You won't even see it. It's up there. All right, so that's good. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not worried about the descent. I'm glad that they thought of that because I certainly wouldn't have thought of it. Anyway, let's go to the next page again. Performance improvement package. Yep. No. Probe heat. Yeah, I'll do that. Nah. Flight test. No. I'll have nice brakes. Sounds good to me. Ooh. Lights. Eyebrow windows. No. Single class. Air stairs. Cutoff switch. Old style. Yes. I like the old style. It's much cooler. Wi-Fi antenna. Hell yeah. Hook me up. Oh, I can pick my kinds? Ooh. Let's see. Checklist. Yep. Auto ignition. That's actually a neat feature. I'm not going to enable that one. Cool. I love it already. All right, let's go back here and we'll go with displays. I am a split axis kind of guy. That looks good to me. Go to the next page. The one I always like is the wind one. I like this one. Not everybody likes this one, but that one's fine. Landing out, it's fine. EFS map, round out. Nope. Inoperative. Track up. Yes. VSD. Yep. Range arcs. Yep. Minimum feet length. Oh, I could do better than that. Oh yeah. Let's see here. All traffic. That's fine with me. Just show all. It doesn't matter. Range separation. Oh, okay. We'll filter it. You're right. Engine side by side display. This is neat. Check this out. Haha! Old school. Actually, I disable that because I like to put it down here. But like I said, everybody's different. EGT color change. I'll do 5 minutes. Let's see here. Vibration alert. That's fine with me. Max thrust bug. Show me. Fuel low. Pounds. That looks good. Failures. Let's see here. There should be a button just to disable them. Restore alert. We're going to setup. Let's see here. I think I've done everything I need to know. Simulation. Service-based failures. Nope. Oil use. Nope. Barrel minimums. Let's see. IRS options. Make it as quick as possible. I will do instant. We'll do fast. Last memory position. Sounds good to me. That works for me. As we have another page here. MFSS. Auto throttle. Manual throw. Never. That's definitely what you want. Airspeed alive. Oh, yeah. Hook me up. Let's see. V2. V1. Gear up. V2. Yeah, we'll do V2. Pause the top of descent. Nope. Time compression. I actually do up to 16x, but everybody's different. Auto time compression. I'm going to have a button for that. Hide the captain's seat. Hide the yoke. Hide. Yokes move when lowered. Rudder axis only. That's fine with me. Service-based failures. Cool. I think I've hit everything except for colors. You can change those too. Oh, man. They took way too much time to do this, and I'm not going to go back and change any of it because I'll be here for about a week and a half. All right, panel state save. We'll call this as def. Calls me DEF. Whoop, apparently it's def as in Jeff. Panel save. Can I just do that? Execute. Dong. That way it just sort of like remembers everything I did here, so I don't have to go back and change it like 30 times. Because in case you didn't notice, that took a minute. All right, you're probably sitting here going, okay, does everybody take 45 minutes to set up their airplane? Yeah, the first time you do. All right, return to setup. I think I'm happy with that. One less check. Looks good. One less check. We're good. Now I'm ready to go. Woohoo! All right, let's start this thing. Let's see what I can do from memory here. Position initialization. Last position's right there. Actually, we can't do that yet. We got to do this part first. Pause int. Next page. It already knows exactly where I am. Wow, that never happens. We are at Bradley International Airport. And I'm at gate 19. It should give me a position. Not in database. Okay, fine. Then be that way, jerk. But what I am going to do is I'm going to slip my head up here, and I'm going to go double check to see if the INUs are working yet. Oh, man, for some reason, X-Plane just does a slightly better job of this. Yep, they're already aligned, so we're good. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so that's all set. We'll go to route now. We're going to go from... Oh, it doesn't do that in this version. So we're going to KBDL, which is Bradley International Airport. We're going to be flying via... Oh, what is the current runway? We'll have to find out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 24, but I'll take a listen. Let's go find out. Now we'll slip to the ATIS real quick.
Bradley Airport information, Charlie 20.
Runway 6.
Wind 0.
Or runway 6. Runway 6.
Bradley ground, Blue Streak 5625, requesting pushback.
All right, let's go ahead and pop to the next page. We're going to go via Norwalk today.
Request accepted.
Norwich, not Norwalk. Norwalk's in a very different state. Activate execute. That should be plenty for us. Let's go to perf init. Okay, does this work? Oh, I actually got to dial it in. Ugh. Does this work? It does. Reserves 1. Usually it's 5.6, by the way. Cost index. I should just be able to press enter and it should... Oh. Obviously 99 is my cross index. Trip cruise altitude recommends 7166. We're going to do flight level 110 today. Proficient issue. Nice. I assume that worked. Cool. We're going to do takeoff. We have takeoff bump. Yes. So for those of you who don't know this is maximum thrust. 26,000 newtons each. Oh, sweet. My performance uplink is ready. Did it work? I assume that works. I'm not going to worry about it. M1 limit. I'm going to do the takeoff bump. It's so naughty. We're going to use flaps 5 because, like, as if we need flaps here. Those are my speeds. We're going to put V2 136 up to here. Oh, man. The fun thing is what I do remember from memory and the stuff I clearly don't remember from memory. This is all done. I'm done with this. Let's load. Let's get this bucket rolling. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Oh, I do not like the cameras there. I'm going to go back and change all these. All right, let's do it. So my packs should be off.
Bradley ground, Blue Streak 5.
Which they are. APU bleed needs to be turned on. We should be getting some pressure here.
Blue Streak 5625, request to end pushback received.
Looks good. Let's go ahead and honk some horns. Oh, I have a switch for it? I don't have a no smoking switch? That is disappointing. All right, let's go.
Blue Streak 5625 with Delta ready to taxi IFR. Blue Streak 5625 taxi to and hold short of runway 6 using taxiway Charlie Bravo. Contact tower on 120 decimal tree when ready.
Cool. All right, let's take a look overhead here. So we have basically no pressure at all. That is weird. We're dual bleed. I'll close one engine.
Hold short runway 6 using taxi.
That did it.
Blue Streak 5625.
I was going to say. Yeah, no, I actually have to... we'll close it. Interesting. So my isolation valve is going to war with me here. So if I open up the engine bleed, do we get pressure or do we not get pressure? Interesting. That goes down also. Open this one. Interesting. Trip reset just in case. We close it? Does that help? Nope. It does not. Interesting. I wonder what I did differently here that I did not do in the past. Or is this one of those I'm just forgetting? Because the pressure spikes when I put it to auto. Because check that out. Let's just try cranking it and see what happens. All right, let's do it. Starting 2. You can't see me, but I'm spinning my finger like that. All right, let's do it. Best sound ever in a second. Oh, yeah, it's warming. Must be thinking 727. 2, 3, 4. We got EGT. Guess I didn't need as much pressure as I thought I did. Huh. It just shows how long it's been since I've started one of these. Literally, it's probably been 4 or 5 years. All right, give that a second to catch. Pressure should come back up, and this switch should center back. And they really did a nice job with the internal details. This is what all the flight sim aircraft should look like. Let's see, 18.6, 18.9, give me 20%. I'll start the other one. All right, I'm holding up the number 1, and I'm spinning my left finger here. Starting 1. This one should come up much quicker. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We got a light off? Yep. Good start on 2. Listen to that sound.
Bradley ground red 6-4 with Delta request taxi to the active departure to the east.
Red 6-4 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 6 via taxiway Alpha Bravo. Contact tower on 120.3 when ready.
All right, let's do it to it. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. Generator's on. We don't shut the APU off until we get a little bit closer. All right, let's try pushing back again. Or let's do the naughty thing. Let's see if we're allowed to get away with the naughty thing here. Naughty thing? Let's see if it works. Yeah!
Red 6-4, did you hear my last transmission?
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 6 using taxiway Alpha Bravo.
I forgot to take away the chocks. Alright, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alright, you can take the stupid chocks off. Remove the chocks. That was a funny joke. Funny joke. Funny, funny, funny. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, here we go. Never do this. If you didn't see nothing, I didn't see nothing. It's my favorite thing to do in VetSim too. It's so wrong. I wonder how many people I just sucked into the engine. And here's a fun trick. Do not really hit the brakes. If you hit the brakes, what will happen is the aircraft will go on its tail, go crunch. All right, flaps 5, let's roll. There's something wrong with that arrow. Let's see if the hugs works. It's the magic button for the hugs here. There it is. They did a nice job on that. Okay, so you can tell my seating position's up way too high. Because I should be down here. Alright, let's see here. We have... we can shut the APU off now. It's probably cooled off quite well. Good night, APU. We love you. Oh man, this thing is like squirrely. Meanwhile, all the real aviation or airline pilots right now are going, "What are you doing?" I'm enjoying myself. I'm gonna do all my idiot checks in a minute, but I think I'll be in pretty good shape here. Oopsie daisy. I'm doing 19 knots. This is real world weather, by the way. So I actually don't know what to expect when I get to Providence. So I should probably check the weather at some point today. Like I said, I just got home and I figured, hey, this might be a fun video to put together and release to people so you can see what this is all about. Oops, somebody's coming up. Good boy. Have fun. Au revoir. Let's see, I'm doing 21. Yes, I'm going slow enough. I feel like the whole plane would be like tipping on its side right now. It's one thing flight simulators, I've complained about this many times in the past, they just don't get that right. The real planes have a pretty high center of gravity. When you turn with them, the wheels turn before the rest of you does. I should say the plane turns, and then you roll on your side, but either way is fine. And yes, I'll release a whole series of videos dedicated to this aircraft next week. The funny thing is I fly a lot with my buddy, and it feels weird not having him sitting to my right with an aircraft like this. Because there's so much going on in a plane like this. Alright. You know, I never actually got clearance or anything like that. And you guys are just not letting me know. But that's alright. I actually have a button for toga. I'll see if it actually works. This is definitely one of those aircraft that you can do a lot of hand flying, but you can also kind of let it do the work for you. By the ground, by the ground, Delta 64 is holding short of runway 6, ready to go. Departure to the east.
Bradley Tower, red 64 at runway 6, ready for departure, east departure.
Red 64 altimeter, tree 0.3, 5 wind 084 at 19er. East departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 6.
Cleared takeoff 6, red 64.
Cleared for takeoff runway 6, red 64.
Supposed to turn on your strobe light now, but it's daytime. I'm not worried about it too much. You're also supposed to go continuous also on the ignition and all that stuff. But again, I'm just doing this off of memory to try this plane out. Just because I can. By the way, it was very difficult. I could not get this plane the day it came out. It is so sensitive. Okay, here's the rule. You gotta run up both engines at the same time. Why is it so jerky, but everything else is not? Alright, arm the speed brake. There it is. It's armed. Arm rejected takeoff in case we need it. Armed. I think everything's ready to go. Before takeoff. Flap screen. Stabilizer trim. I did not ever set the stabilizer trim. I'm such a naughty boy. Oh well. Let's go. So what you do is you push it. It tells me the brake's still on. So make sure both engines come up together. That is the universal sign of your trim is incorrect.
Airspeed alive.
Oh well. Whee!
V1, rotate.
It'll stop, don't worry. You're up. Ah, this thing's like a scooter. Listen to that engine. Oh man, this thing is a...
Continue for east departure.
Continue, red 64. This thing is such a peach.
Red 64 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
I should put this in the middle position. Oh, it even lets me put it in the middle position. Ah, this thing is a peach. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Frame rate's okay. Like, I definitely have a very powerful computer.
64, please acknowledge.
Continuing for east departure.
Tower, red 64 frequency change.
Yeah, she sounds confident. I don't mean that like a negative thing. I just mean like, just like, I'm in control. Oh, this is sweet. Like, I can't describe to you how smooth it is. Like, I don't have to work. I'm not fighting the controls. It's going exactly where I point it. It's predictable. I'm a terrible pilot. Oh, man. This is like... Okay, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Call me impressed. Call me impressed. Look at the wheel. Look at the trim wheel. Don't see that little handle, by the way? You will break your knee on this thing. We actually had a Boeing 707 at the Air Museum. And one of the things I'd always do is if you crank the one on the one side, it cranks the one on the other. So you try to trick one of the other docents into accidentally putting their knee there, and you go, wham! And nail them with it. I'm also a terrible person. Holy smokes! I am thoroughly impressed with just how not difficult this thing is to, like, twitch. And I know that sounds like whatever, but, like, It's hard to explain how responsive it is. Like, compared to everything you fly in flight sim, this is actually feels like what I want it to feel like. And look at that. I never hold the correct speed on a climb. Well, I was good for a second there. Then I got distracted. No automatic pilot, by the way. I'm just trying this as it is for a second. Then we'll flip on the AP once we get a little higher. Man, this is like... I can't wait to try this in VR. I'm waiting for that. Boop! In about half a second here. Oh, that's right. I'm not on autopilot. I have genuine enthusiasm for flying. You're going to have to deal. So my buddy's like, 100 to go. Oh man, it's like a fighter jet. Come on, Trim. Watch it go. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so comments so far. First of all, my first officer keeps whacking me on the leg, telling me to check the lights. I got it. So his comments so far. It's a peach. Like really, like I haven't flown it enough to really be able to make a proper judgment on it. But so far, this thing is a peach. Like, and that's a compliment. It was very, very easy to handle. Yes, I totally forgot to turn that on. My bad. I fix. Let's see here. We are on primary mode. There we go. Okay, that's all set. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Turn that on. I'll deal with that another... Hey! Okay, that's good. That's our weather radar. I don't have to worry about it yet. So far, this thing handles like a peach. Like, I want to see what happens when we land it. This is not a long flight. So I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it's not going to take us very long to get to our destination. I'm going to fly a visual approach because it's just simpler. And then I will come around and pop this thing on the ground. I'd love to do an ILS approach with it. But like I said, the wind today, I think, is actually coming out of 3-4. So I'm going to go check that real fast. So if anybody's curious, this is how I do that. You simply go on Google and you type in whatever the destination is, and you type in METAR. You give it a second, and then it pops up. 05. Oh my God, it's gusting 30. 050. Okay, 50 degrees. Runway 5 it is. So what you do is you go pop on that real quick, and you know exactly what the weather is. Wait for the engine. There's the end of descent. It's right at Norwalk, which means my calculations were accurate. Notice the aircraft is auto-descending because it has VNAV, something we have not had in Flight Sim good yet. But it's nice to have it. All right, let's start getting some common sense in. We're going to do runway 50, which is actually not 50. It's actually 47 degrees. I've landed on this runway in the real world, believe it or not. So it's kind of fun in that regard. We did not need to carry this much fuel at all. So what I always like to do is I like to use progress on the left, and I used to like to put legs on the right. So it looks like this. So you kind of have this dual kind of a thing going on like that, and we're good to go. But we're going to start coming down in just a second. Speed brake's already armed. Let's get ready to land. This is PBD, so we don't need all the oodles, but we do need to start getting this thing all set up. Excuse me. All right, here we go. So we always press initial ref, press index, we're going to press approach. It's always going to ask us for their stuff. We're going to do this. We always had 5. Whoa, stop. Remember, the wind speed was 20 knots, gusting 30. So we have to actually add onto this to take into account that increase here. So we're going to add up half the, it's usually half the gust factor plus the wind. So in this case, that's going to be a pretty fast wind here. So 135, 145, 148, 148. Boop, boop, boop. So we're just going to say 40. Probably isn't recommended coming in this fast, but we're just going to stick that sucker in here. This is not going to be the speed I end up approaching at. This is just for my own entertainment. So the aircraft is slowing itself down so it can start making its way back down to the actual runway itself. Now, the cool thing is I can actually come in here and go to arrival, and I can pick ILS for 5 if I wanted to. I'm not going to because I know what happens when you do that. Basically, what's going to happen is it's going to go whoa, whoa, like that kind of with my route. I don't want it to do that, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to concentrate on it kind of normally, and then we'll just fly into it. One thing we can check while we're at it, though. Actually, now I'm thinking. Let's have some fun with this. We got to 115. Whoa, can't see my mouse. Guys, you got to fix it. That's irritating. Because I cannot see that. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, 115.60, switch. We should get the DMA. There it is. See how we have see how you have the runway here and you have the DME arc? So we're going to be using runway 5 here. 47 degrees, and there you go. So now you can see that I'm going to go into a crosswind for the runway and take a left once I get there. So what I'll actually do here is... Oh, you don't have the button for it. Oh, I'm sorry, the button's right. Oh, we don't have the button for it. That's fine. It's just different. It just means I have to select. You don't push it in. So I'm actually going to go to heading select mode real quick. And I'm just going to square off my approach a little bit here. There you go. Perfect. Bank angle's fine. Bank angle. Bank angle. I haven't heard that once today, so I'm having a good flight. So you can see very clearly where this aligned. This is actually very similar to like an F-18. You can see it cuts across this really, really, really nicely. And we're just going to come popping down, take a left, and land at the airport. Like, that's it. That's all there is to it. Oh, man, this is cool. Take a look at the window. We should be able to see Providence. It's got to be right over in here. So it's like, Emily, hey, I know where this is. My friend used to take his motorboat down here, and actually we go fishing in the morning. Kind of neat. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to come swing around. There's Providence proper. It's actually this runway right here. We're just going to square up that corner, say hello to all the people in the bay, and just boop, and pop right in. Let's go ahead and take a little bit to the left here, because it seems like we're having a little bit of squareness issues here. I basically created a VOR approach. So for those of you who are hotshots, you can see exactly what I've done here. There we go. So we're getting CWS. So CWS is just giving us a heads up. Control wheel steering, command wheel steering. I always forget which one of the two it is. It's just giving me a heads up to say it's doing what it was doing. It's not doing anything different. So notice how VNAV and LNAV have popped off because neither one of those are functioning right now because, like I said, everything's pretty much manual. I didn't define how to get on the ground, so I have to do it by hand here. So unfortunately, see how it says VNAV disconnect? It's exactly what it's... See how I'm also end of route? Again, remember, because we didn't define it. All right, let's go call them up and see what they're going to do to us here. What the hell? How did that happen? I did not push that key. Don't freak me out. Alright, let's go call a PVD and ask them for permission here. Francis Green. Francis Green. Hey, Francis Green. Oh! Don't do that to me, man. Don't do it to me. Francis Green. Francis Green. Give me Francis Green or give me something else, I guess. Francis Green. That was Quonset. Actually, it's not even Quonset. Well, I guess we're just going to show up. I'm sure they're going to love that. I love how the wheel keeps going here. Even Wyndham's closer than Francis Green. There it is. Yeah, full stop.
Providence Tower Red 64 is 25 miles southwest, 6,600 feet, with uniform to land.
How did I know uniform? I didn't check ATIS.
64 Providence Tower. Altimeter
What?
decimal tree, wind 072 at tree 1. Enter left traffic runway tree 4.
What? Are you kidding me?
Fly left downwind runway, tree 4 red 64.
Oh my. Okay, so sorry for my incredulity there, but basically what they're asking us to do, I kind of put this on center mode. Indeed I can. Take a look. So we're supposed to be coming in this runway where the wind's coming from. Remember, the wind's coming this way. They want us to land on 3-4, which is almost a pure tailwind, which means I'm going to ignore them and I'm going to land the plane safely. Because but the wind's coming from here and they want me to land that way. Oh my God, flight sim. You know how to push my button sometimes. All right, I'm just going to do it by hand. I don't care. Isn't that a satisfying sound? So... Oh, that's right. You got to push this one. My bad, my bad, my bad. It's been a while. Give me a break. No! I think that's a bug. I accidentally hit my gear switch and it decided to just start making gear noises. Alright, so let's get ready for landing here. Hugs, get down here. Okay, I don't like the click spot on that, but I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me bad. Alright, so we're going to be doing... Let's go back to index. Index. Whoops, main menu. Index, approach. We need 148 is going to be our speed here. $148 or 158? I feel like it should be 158. No, I'm right. 148. Because remember, there's a pretty strong wind. Minimums. Minimums. Whoopsies. Won't be the 600th time I've done that, trust me. We don't technically need minimums on account of the fact that we're just going. But like I said, I'm not gonna stress too much. Put this out of center mode. You can see that it's got that nice little blue display down there in the bottom. Awesome. Center one more time. There we go. And I'm going to stick my head down. Again, I don't know who sits up that high. Let's see, I'm in VMC mode. DPI, yeah, it's better. That way I can see what the heck I'm doing here. I love the fact you can just look. And like I said, we basically invented a VOR approach. Oh man, it is just so easy to steer this thing. There's none of that weird weight that you get on the controls in so many flight sim planes. You want to hear it say bank angle? Watch this.
Bank angle. Bank
Told ya.
Bank angle.
So yeah, it turns out I've had a few hours in one of these planes, so I really know how to push its buttons. If you actually like don't touch it, it'll actually fight you. Uh-oh, traffic! You are landing on the correct runway like I am. You can see the runway pretty clearly right over there. That is, hey, I remember you. I cut you off earlier. Juliet, India Alpha 5125. Providence approach, request 5. Red 64 requesting 5, not tree 4. Tree 4 is kind of dangerous. Look at the crosswind though. That little blue circle with the wings tells me where my plane is going to crash if I didn't touch anything. You can see that I need to point my plane to the right to go left. I like it. You know, I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to check the ATIS. Like, I don't...
Providence Airport information.
No, I'm tech... This is the correct runway.
Clear to land runway tree for JetBlue 11906.
Did he say 3? I'm going to end up running into this guy. I almost promise you. So, fun story as I'm setting myself up for a landing here. And again, this is the first time I've flown this. I swear to God. Fun story. When I was flying here in the real world, I was flying a little propeller plane known as a Piper Warrior right over that bridge there towards Nantucket. And I was crossing this lane of approach going into Providence Tower. Providence. And it was insane because I was talking to control the entire time. And they were basically like, oh, don't do this, and don't worry about it. Oh, no, don't worry, he's not an issue. Oh, don't worry about this airplane, he's not an issue. Meanwhile, the entire time, like, I swear, they're like, it was that kind of a thing, but I could, like, literally see people waving at me going by. Okay, that sounds dumb. I gotta change that. And there's my lovely little approach. I love my VOR, though. Like, look at this. I gave myself an artificial VOR approach into this thing because I couldn't remember the regular frequency. Oh well. Also, I'm doing 236 over the ground right now, and I cannot see the Pappy to save my life right now. Come on, give me a Pappy that I can work with. Notice I'm right on the 3-degree line like a real champ. Look at that, right on the 3-degree line. I'm too high though. I gotta come down just a tiny bit. That's the 3-degree line, see it? So what you have to do is you have to put the nose down until it points right at the end of the runway. Just a little bit more. There it is, right there. And then you just lift the nose up, and then you put the flight path marker, the vector marker, right back on the end of the runway.
64, follow the generic on final. Wind 07 tree at tree 1. Cleared to land runway tree 4.
Cleared runway 5, red 64.
Runway tree 4 red 64.
All right, let's get the plane nice and dirty. I hate this part. This is the slowing down, as I got 5 nautical miles to go, so. All right, before landing checklist. Oh man, my buddy's not here to tell me what to do. Oh no, I'm doomed.
JetBlue 11906 exit runway when able.
You better exit the runway whenever. I'm coming whether you want me to or not. I'm like perfect right now. Too fast though. Front wheel's not coming down. That's not annoying.
Traffic.
Haha, I haven't heard traffic in so long, it's not even funny. That's amazingly obnoxious. There you go. Sorry about that. If you remember earlier, I had activated my speed brakes.
500.
Okay, so my predicted speed was 148. I'm doing 130, and I'm telling you, I'm going too fast here. You know what? I'm just going to fly like I know how to fly. All right, everything's down. Everything's armed. We're all ready.
Approaching minimums.
There are no minimums.
Minimums.
I got that. So here's a trick to landing a 737. As soon as you get over the end of the runway,
40.
pull the nose up like this, and pull the throttle back to almost out.
10.
Nice.
Red 64 contact ground on 121.9er.
$80. We're here. Aha! We made it!
Red 64, did you hear my last?
That was terrible landing, but remember, I have literally not flown one of these
121.
since like 2014. So I'm pretty glad I haven't got this far. All right, let's go ahead and tap the brakes and get taxi back. All right, so my final comments. First of all, there's many things I should have done by checklist rather than, just trying to go by memory. But that wasn't the point of this. This was a pure intellectual exercise to see if there's anything I could actually remember about this and to judge the overall quality of this aircraft.
Charlie, cross runway.
Whoa, I'm staring at the ceiling all of a sudden.
Echo, cross runway 16 hotel.
Oh man, that was quite a mouthful she just gave me there. Copy all. Right?
Taxiing to gate 7 using taxi.
I feel sorry for the VATSIM people tonight because
Charlie Bravo.
you know they're getting hammered by everybody using this airplane today. Okay, so general comments. So first of all, PMDG, you did a nice job. I was really, really impressed that a lot of the Microsoft Flight Simulator isms, I'm referring to the simulator here, I'm not referring to all the Microsoft Flight Simulators, things like,
Hold position, caution, the generic on final.
I'm just curious to see if that worked.
Red 64, continue taxi.
What if I expedite my crossing? Anyway, what I'm saying.
64.
The good folks over at PMDG do a really nice job of this airplane so far. Again, I just took it for a single flight. My landing was, not great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't rough or anything. It was just took up way more runway. I was not remembering that a 737 is a little squirrely on landing. You just have to kind of plant it rather than kind of ginger it like a 777, but oh well. Avionics are gorgeous. The options are gorgeous. The plane is gorgeous. The FMS tolerates my shenanigans and goings-ons. I really like the handling. Like, it's very, very responsive handling. Like, unlike a lot of planes, like I was saying, they lack that crispness that a real plane has. This has it. It's not a fighter jet or anything like that. But I'm confident if I wanted to be an idiot with it, I probably could be an idiot with it. The engines sound good. I love the...
4, hold position, caution, the generic on final.
Sure. I can go around if it's easier than you just keep zigzagging me over the runway. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm about to get yelled at in a second by air traffic control for cutting across everybody, but they can deal.
Red 64, please acknowledge.
All right, I'm calling you back very, very, very slowly.
64, continue taxi.
Oh, you wanted me to continue taxi. That's what I thought you said.
Red 64.
Violating all the rules here. So a couple of the thoughts. A little expensive. I was actually surprised that they're charging as much as they are for it on account of the fact that this is just the 700 model. There are other models, obviously, that they're going to be charging probably. So actually, there's a whole list that explains all the different prices. Maybe 800 is a little more. I think the 500 is a little cheaper. 600, yeah, 600 is a little cheaper. Slick so far. I look forward to taking this on many adventures. I'm sure I'm going to record a video going down to BWI with that sim because I've done it so many times.
Position caution, other traffic.
I've never held position for them in the past.
Or continue taxi.
You got it. Continue and taxi completely blindly. Blindly continue taxi.
64.
Okay, I'm glad I did exactly what they told me to. I'm also glad somebody left me a parking sign in the middle of my space. Yeah, I see. Tell me what you want me to do. Whoa, Marshall, and brakes. We did it! All right, folks, hope you enjoyed this video. This was quite the blast to make. I got to do things I don't normally do with an airplane. But again, the point of this was just to give it a try. That doesn't look right. My goal here was not giving you a tutorial or anything like that. We'll do all that stuff later, because like for now, I'm just enjoying myself. But other than that, enjoy.